wanted to go over some misconceptions about riding. A lot of people think that riding isn't a sport and the horse is doing a lot of the work. But contrary to what most people think, this is an Olympic level sport and there is a lot going on. So a lot of times you'll see a rider, and if it looks like they're not doing anything, they're probably actually just a really good rider, because this is meant to be a partnership and we're guiding the horse and asking them what to do nice and soft and light. I just wanted to go over just very basic cues of what you're doing and how the horse gets going forward and how they turn. So it might vary a little bit between disciplines, but most of the time they are going to sit up from ear, shoulder, hip to heel in a straight line. This is Fleur, by the way, if you don't know her. So she's going to be our little demo horse here today. Most horses, if they're trained through the rib cage, they're going to have just the basic 3 buttons at least. So they'll have 1, 2, and 3 back here. Most disciplines too, turning them, you're going to look with your whole upper body. So you're going to turn your hips and your shoulders, and the horses will kind of match that and mirror that and turn with your hips. And your legs control their rib cage, so horses move away from pressure. So if I push into her with my left leg, she's going to move right, and if I push with my right leg, she's going to move left. A lot of people watch movies that have horses in them, or old Western movies, and they think they're just pulling on their face, but that's actually not really how you're supposed to ride. All the reins do is just control the tip of the nose. So I'll just demo a couple things here of how she can move. So we'll just do a little pivot here. So I'll push with my left leg, pivot, and she'll turn to the right. Good girl. Good girl. And we'll take my leg off, she stops. So I push into her at button 1 to move her shoulders over. If I want to move her hind end over, I'm going to push back at 3. And swing her around. Good girl. So, and if I want to move her whole body over, I keep neutral at button 2 here and move over. You might notice whenever I move her over to the side, it's called a side pass. She might lag a little bit in her hind end. That's because she's had 2 injuries in the past. Kind of reason we're happy to be up here in the arena, so we're not going to worry about it. But just for description's sake, if I want her her whole body over, and if I want forward motion, I can tell her to walk. So if I put my hips on an angle, she should match that arch. So I'm keeping to the right, I'm using a little left leg, and then not to get too complicated, try and keep it basic, but you can also use this as my inside leg in this case. So my right leg, if she was to lean in a little on it, I could support her with that leg and push her out, her spine out a little bit. So keeping my right leg on her, push her rib cage out a little bit, keeping my hips turned to the right, make her arch a little bit better there. And if I want to go tighter, I just turn my hips a little tighter. I should be keeping my chin up. Tiny circle. And again, going back to tipping the nose, so I can tip her nose into the right. But if I want to do a little counter bend, I could tip her nose out to the left a little bit, and she could track to the right. Just like that. So just a little basic overview. Again, if a rider looks like they're not doing much up there, that means that they're probably actually a very good rider and their horse is probably pretty well trained. But just to let you know, no matter what the discipline, there is a lot of working pieces going on through your upper body and your lower body, all while trying to probably, depending on what you're doing, keep rhythm and counts and keep your heart rate nice and low. So I hope that helped. Have a good day.